So one of the things that got me to Crucible was my anger. Dealing with anger in life, it was explosive. It scared those around me, my kids in particular. I've got young kids, and they were scared by my anger. And I was scared by my anger and unwilling to deal with it. And since going to Crucible and doing my work, I've learned how to cleanly express anger. And so there's not the uncontrolled explosion that was there before.
In this context, over the journey has allowed me to be raw and uncut and authentic and let it be what it is in a safe community of men. And that is brand new for me. So it allowed me to process stuff and have new tools to be able to get to a place of being the man I long to be.
My wife saw a huge transformation in me. I asked her, what's the difference she's seen in me? And she said something that's shocked me. She said, you have a greater capacity for emotions.
So this work has now grown from 2 weekends in 2002 to now over 30 weekends happening around the world. And we feel in a way we're just beginning. But it's grown from the Chicago area, now in Africa, Perth, Australia, Mexico, where all this work is happening in Spanish, and of course across the country.
You know, when we go to Africa, we recognize that men in Africa dealing with the same things as men in America. It's the same crap that men deal with universally. That's why the Crucible is so impactful, because it's not segregated to this community, that community. It's men, white men, black men, Asian men, Latino men, and the crap that men have dealt with, and the way men have thought that they've successfully dealt with it, and it's backfired on them. What if we then can be the voice, an example to America of how men can come together across ethnic borders? What? I could die. I could die, be good after that. But being able to see that happen.
It breaks my heart to think that guys are living in the darkness in their shadow still. This is a gift that I don't want to hoard. I want to give it away. There are men who need this, desperately need this gift. It's our job to make this available to every man who would ever want it.
The Crucible Project started from a humble vision, and we're at this point today, we're convinced this work needs to go across the country and across the world. And the components of our vision include man-by-man work, leadership development, partnering with a local church, and then building the infrastructure to support all of this. The man-by-man work means that there's one man reaching out to another man. Men are meeting together in groups and in community, caring for each other, challenging each other. Leadership development is so important because if we're going to grow, we need men who can lead groups, men who can lead weekends. So we're committed to training and developing leaders, again, across our community worldwide. Partnering with churches, we've come to realize is a critical part of how we will grow. And we're committed to serving the local church, men who are leading well, men who are being models to their families and in their communities. And then the infrastructure is part of what's necessary just to have the strong core of an organization as we continue to grow and expand across the country and across the world. So part of the funding is scholarship money for men who don't have the resources who want to train as leaders, and we want to give them the opportunity to be able to do the leadership development, the travel, whatever needs to happen for this work to just grow wherever God wants to take it. And that is the Redwoods vision.
To my brothers, my initiated men, this work is vitally important because everybody dies, but not everybody lives. You know it in your own life is impact. Here we have a gift of the Crucible Project and the intentionality of its work to bring and awaken men who have yet to see their full potential as a man.